fall has officially arrived. I could be wrong, but I think it's here. I always so look forward to being hungry in the morning. It's like I get my morning editing done, and then I'm hungry and I get to go eat. New Final Fantasy 15 DLC. This game is the game that keeps on giving. Okay, good music, but even for free DLC, that was really bad. I love Final Fantasy 15. I love Hironobu Sakaguchi, but wow. Okay, I was looking at camera stuff yesterday on YouTube. We gotta talk about something. When I was in middle school, I remember arguing on the bus with a guy named James Brown. He lived down the street from me. He's not the real James Brown, but I mean, we knew that his name was James Brown and the singer and everything, but for some reason, nobody ever really brought it up. I was a huge Nintendo fanboy at the time. This was just about the time when the Super Nintendo was like going out of style and the Nintendo 64 was gonna be releasing really soon. But the concept of being a fanboy is something that should only ever happen on elementary school buses. I remember one particular bus ride, I was arguing like vehemently with James Brown. He insisted that Killer Instinct Gold was also coming to the PlayStation. And I was like, no, it is not coming to the PlayStation. Or was I arguing with Edmund D'Souza? I think I argued with both of them. But anyways, this is a second-party Nintendo game, which means that it will only ever be made for the Nintendo 64. I remember being so frustrated trying to convince him that something I knew to be complete fact, which is that Killer Instinct Gold was not coming to the PlayStation. Rare was owned by Nintendo at the time, so it was only coming to 64. Now that frustration is a whole nother point, but the main point I want to talk about is that people still being fanboys about things as an adult, especially companies, is mind-boggling to me. Just completely mind-boggling. Now as an adult, I'm like, I want every video game system. I want all the games. I don't care who makes them. I don't care about anybody's allegiance to anything. It doesn't matter to me at all. Cameras, I've used Canon, I've used Panasonic, I've used Sony. I don't care at all who makes the cameras. I just want features in the cameras. But reading YouTube comments on camera videos, especially camera announcements, I'm like, I worry for humanity that people argue over things and talk about, oh, you're just a Sony fanboy, you're just a Canon fanboy. It's so weird to me that people have it in them to make an allegiance with a company after they're like 13 years old. Like I stopped being a Nintendo fanboy when the PlayStation 1 came out and I was like, oh, I need to have a PlayStation 1 if I want to play Final Fantasy. Okay. So this garage, you know, this whole table here was just left like this because we knew that we were still gonna be doing construction and finishing touches. That is not going to happen anymore. And for some reason I had mentioned to my mom, if we don't get everything done while we're actually working on it and we wait a long time to get everything done, it will never get done. And in the back of my mind, I was still being optimistic and I was like, well, maybe we will actually do it. Nope, I was right initially. If you don't do it then, it's not getting done. So to that end, I really would like to have this garage space as usable. So this whole area is going to be torn down essentially and put away, and yeah, that's happening today. Okay, getting there. I'm really excited for when this is finally a functional space. It's pretty functional now. Also, how long do you need to leave a sleeping bag in its stuff sack before it starts losing loft? I forgot about this and I've left it in there for almost 2 weeks now. It'll probably recover, right? You know what Star Trek does a lot of? It does a lot of shots like this, but they start the camera like right here and it's like, yes, sir, I think that this thing over here. Now it is time for a run. It's quite cold outside. Ankle was hurting too much for that run. Bike ride instead. The weather is almost too cold for this, but didn't realize the leaves were changing colors already. I wish there was a way to combine a game like Halo with exercise. Because exercise is great, but sometimes I want something a little more interesting. And I feel like Halo and these competitive online games, they're like infinitely entertaining because they're always different. So if I could just combine those two things, that'd be fantastic. I would love that. Maybe VR one day. I'm about to finish Hanet's Chapter 4. The first Chapter 4 that I'm finishing in Octopath. Very exciting.
Oh, so that's what he looks like.
Fought the boss like 4 times, got destroyed, Janed. Although, the 4th time I almost beat him. Try again tomorrow. Thank you for watching today's vlog. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I was looking at camera stuff yesterday on YouTube. We gotta talk about something.